Everyone, we are 2 a.m. That's two assholes and a microphone. My name is Dirk. This is Crystal, and today we have Dax, Dear God.
This was requested by Dripflix Media and Bashika Zamomi. Sorry if I butchered your name.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I love Dripflix Media. I just love the name of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome to say.
All right. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in God?
Wow.
The imagery.
Okay, first off, I want to say the videography is amazing.
Yeah.
Very cinematic.
I just want to make this clear. I am a believer.
Okay, I can't hear what he's saying. Whispering, honey.
He said, I want to make this clear. I'm a believer.
Okay.
But sometimes it gets hard. My name's Dax.
Sometimes it gets hard. My name is Dax.
Dear God, there's a lot of questions that I have about the past, and I don't want to hear it from a human. You made it, so you're the last person that I'm ever gonna ask. Tell me what's real, tell me what's fake. Why is everything about you a debate? What's the point of...
Exactly. Tell me what's real. Tell me what's fake. Why is everything about you a debate? Yeah. Even amongst Christians, they're constantly debating with each other what God is and what the correct way to follow is. And then you have people who aren't Christians but believe in creation and the higher power. And it's like, there's so much corruption in the organized religions that it's really hard to trust any one of them because they were all made by man.
Yeah.
Ask, tell me what's real, tell me what's fake. Why is everything about you a debate? What's the point of love? Every time I showed it I was broken and it's forced me just to only want to hate. Why is it...
What's the point of love? Every time I showed it, I was broken and it
Makes me, just forces me to hate.
a debate? What's the point of love? Every time I showed it I was broken and it's forced me just to only want to hate. Why is it only one you
to only want to hate. Yeah.
but multiple religions? Why does every conversation end in a division? Why
Go back just a bit.
do you want to hate? Why is it only one you but multiple religions? Why does every conversation end in a division? Why does everybody want to tell us how to live but they won't listen to the same damn message that they give it? Tell me.
Exactly. Why is everybody wanting to tell us how to live and they won't listen to the same message that they're given? I know a whole lot of religious people from different denominations and different types of religion who are so staunch in their view and wanting to tell people how they should live, and the way they are displaying, the way they are living is contrary to what they're preaching.
Yeah. And it happens way too often in way too many different religious figures.
Mm-hmm.
Division. Why does everybody want to tell us how to live but they won't listen to the same damn message that they give it? Tell me how to feel, tell me what's wrong. I tried to call, pick up the phone, I'm on my own. Everybody says you coming back to man, why the hell's it taking so long? Why do I hurt? Why is there pain? Why does everything good always have to change? Why does everybody try to profit off another man's work then destroy it just for monetary gain?
All right, go back just a second. I want to make sure I got his words right.
Man, why the hell's it taking so long? Why do I hurt? Why is there pain? Why does everything good always have to change? Why does everybody try to profit off another man's work then destroy it just for monetary gain?
Why do I hurt? Why is there pain? What was the other bit?
Why does everything good always have to change?
Why does everything good always have to change? And then why do men always want to profit off of
Another person's work and then destroy it for monetary gain.
right? People do that. They want to tear each other down as much as possible to climb up on top of them rather than
rather than climbing and then putting your hand
Extending.
out to help them up to where you're at. It's
Right. It's a good question.
There's a lot of good questions.
Why does everybody try to profit off another man's work then destroy it just for monetary gain? Tell me, are you black or are you white? I don't even really care, I just really want to know what's right. They've been saying one thing, but I've been looking in the book, and it seems like they've been lying for my whole damn life. Tell me where I'm going.
I've been looking in the book. It seems like they've been lying for my whole damn life.
Well, yeah. That's what happens when you put all of your faith into a book that's written by men.
Yeah.
It's your relationship with your higher power, whatever that higher power may be, should be yours and yours alone. Don't trust everything implicitly. Read the books, read the Bible, get what you need out of it. That's what it's there for.
Right. And aside from that, don't dismiss other religious works just because it's not the Bible. A lot of ancient writings came about at the same time as the Bible and are just as valid and hold just as much power and truth in them. They may be explained in a different way, but I think that the religious writings were originally made to try to help people form a connection to the creator spirit, whatever you want to call that.
Agreed.
They've been saying one thing, but I've been looking in the book, and it seems like they've been lying for my whole damn life. Tell me where I'm going. Is it heaven or hell? I just hope this message greets you well. Had a dream that I was walking with the devil. Don't remember how it feels, but I swear that I remember the smell. Looked me right into my eye and told me everything I wanted could be mine if I gave up and decided to sell. But I said I'd rather die than get mine. Now I'm here. No fear, one man with a story to tell. Dear God, where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it.
What that is, go back. I want to make sure I got his wording right. But
Everything I wanted could be mine if I gave up and decided to sell. But I said I'd rather die than get mine.
yeah, walking with the devil and saying everything could be mine if I decided to sell. And I think what he's talking about there isn't like signing some contract with a label or whatever. I think what he's talking about there is he could get further if he was willing to go against his own moral standards and step on other people to get there. And he wasn't willing to do that.
Well, he might have meant that was exactly the way he said it, because he said it was a dream.
That's true, but dreams are generally, it's your subconscious talking to you in a way, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Now I'm here, no fear, one man with a story to tell. Dear God, to sell, but I said I'd rather die than get mine. Now I'm here, no fear, one man with a story to tell. Dear God, where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it. When they set the bar and I exceeded it. My life is like a book.
Dear God, where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it.
Yeah. I really like that ad lib to that. Where were you?
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it. When they set the bar and I exceeded it. My life is like a book that they've been judging by a cover, but have never took the time to fucking read the shit. I remember telling
My life is like a book with a cover that they're judging, but they never took the time to read the shit.
Yep.
Yeah. People look at the exterior of another person and make judgments based on signals rather than getting to know where that person's coming from.
They look at what's right here. Mm-hmm. They don't look what's behind you. They don't look what you did to get to where you're at. They don't look at any of that. Just look right here, what's on the surface.
I exceeded it. My life is like a book that they've been judging by a cover, but have never took the time to fucking read the shit. I remember telling you my goals and my dreams, but you didn't even answer, so I guess you didn't believe in it. I remember sitting with a gun to my head trying to ask you for some help, but I guess you didn't believe it. I don't want religion, I need that spirit.
I remember sitting with a gun to my head,
Asking for help.
asking for help, and what?
I didn't hear that part.
I remember sitting with a gun to my head trying to ask you for some help, but I guess you didn't believe it.
I guess you didn't believe it?
Yeah.
Well, evidently in a way you did, because whatever higher power there is kept you from pulling that trigger.
Yep. Pulled that gun
So.
I
away from your head.
don't don't want religion, I need that spirituality. I don't want a church, I need people to call a family.
I like that.
love that. Yes. Don't need religion, you need spirituality.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes. Don't need a church, you need people you can call family. I love that. Because that's what faith should be. It should be a very personal thing. Mm-hmm. You don't need a preacher to tell you how to worship. You don't need a preacher to tell you what this sentence means or anything like that. It's very personal. It should be how it makes you feel and the connection you have with the divine.
I don't want religion, I need that spirituality. I don't want a church, I need people to call a family. I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and he went to some academy.
I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and went to an academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, theology is awesome. I love theology. I love religious mythology of all kinds. I like philosophy. I like all of that. I'm kind of a nerd in that way. But if you don't find it for yourself, it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Nobody else can make you believe something. They can make you say that you believe something through coercion, through like social conditioning, but they can't make you believe.
And what he's talking about right there is confession. Having somebody tell you what you need to do in order to
absolve
yourself.
Well, even with that, it's a matter of growing from it. And just because this person went to the academy and learned all of this theological stuff doesn't necessarily mean they know God better than you.
No, they you shouldn't have to ask somebody else on how to atone, on how to make things right, because that's all up to you. You have to do this on your own. You say as many prayers as you want to. If you don't believe it, it doesn't mean anything.
And if you don't back it up with some sort of action, it don't mean anything.
Exactly.
I don't want to read it in the book, I want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and he went to some academy. I don't want to read it in the book, I want to hear it from you. Don't want to learn it in my school because they hiding the truth. Don't want to talk about it to another fucking human being, and that's the only reason that I even step.
Okay, the background's getting a little loud, and I love the sound of it, but I didn't catch what he was saying there.
Hiding the truth, don't want to talk about it to another fucking human being, and that's the only reason that I even step in this booth. Dear God, how do I take this darkness and turn it into light? How do I believe in the concept where I speak to a man I've never seen with my own two eyes? How do I know that religion wasn't made just to separate the world and create a whole disguise?
How do I know that religion wasn't made to separate the world? I think it was not made for that, but I think it was used for that, and it's still being used for that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
My own two eyes. How do I know that religion wasn't made just to separate the world and create a whole disguise just to keep us in these chains while the rich get richer and the poor pray to you and perpetuate a lie? How do I know this ain't some big joke? How can I have faith when there is no hope? How the hell does one man have $100 billion and we still have people on the street that are broke? There's a
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, how the hell does one man have $100 billion and we still have people on the street that are broke? There's a lot of things I want to talk about and get off my chest. I can't sleep because the devil won't let me rest. I used to know a fucking pastor in a church and I can still hear the screams of the kids he will fucking molest.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh. Ouch.
Oh, that hurt my heart, Dax.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of churches where things have happened to children, and a lot of the times the preacher or the reverend or the priest or whatever title he has in that institution, they just get moved to other parishes. They just get moved to other places.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And
they do it to not so much protect the perpetrator.
No, they're wanting to protect the reputation of the church.
Exactly. And just the corruption is so deep.
So human.
Yeah.
The problem.
Rest. I used to know a fucking pastor in a church and I can still hear the screams of the kids he will fucking molest. Dear God, do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm supposed to fear you, but you ain't said shit. So maybe it's you who actually fears me. I don't know the answer, I just wanna.
I'm sorry, that was funny. I like the passion, I like the anger. It's very realistic when you're really, really in doubt and you really need God's intervention in your personal life for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that. I'm supposed to fear you, but maybe you fear me. Questions?
This song right here is a prime example of what true doubt looks like. When when you've had so much shit happen to you within your lifetime, and you just can't believe, you have such a hard time believing that there's a benevolent being there looking out for you.
I don't think he's doubting God. I think he's doubting the institutions that, purport to speak for God. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Fear you, but you ain't said shit. So maybe it's you who actually fears me. I don't know the answer, I just wanna see it clearly. So many lies, 1,000 different theories. All I wanna know is who really made religion, cause I know it wasn't you, but don't nobody believe me.
There we go.
Oh, go back just a minute. You hit the nail on the head there, Dax.
You really did.
I'm supposed to fear you, but you ain't said shit. So maybe it's you who actually fears me. I don't know the answer, I just wanna see it clearly. So many lies, 1,000 different theories. All I wanna
So many lies and 1,000 different theories, for sure.
There's more than 1,000, Dax.
know is who really made religion, cause I know it wasn't you, but don't nobody believe me. No.
I want to know who made religion, because I know it wasn't you, but don't nobody believe me.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. A lot of the good preachers that I've met within my lifetime, and I've met quite a few good ones, always tell me that God doesn't want a religion, he wants a relationship. And these are really, really good people, really pious people, and they are the ones who told me that little nugget of information there. And as far as any deity or any divine being, I think that's what they would prefer rather than blind worship.
My only problem with that is a preacher I really respected said that God wants a relationship, right? And then turned around and turned his back on one of his closest congregation members because he didn't quite toe the line. So when you have that kind of cognitive dissonance, and the churches breed that because everybody is trying to show each other how good they are.
Mm-hmm. Always trying to show I'm a better Christian than you and things like that.
Right.
But
they virtue signal to each other in these ways so that they get closed off, and they find when somebody is strained, somebody is really struggling, they can't be there for them the way that their teachings tell them they should, because they're afraid that that person's transgression or whatever will
misfortune.
stain them.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, I can honestly say that the one preacher in which I was thinking of, the pastor I was thinking of, wasn't like that at all.
Yeah.
And you know him. You know he's a good guy, so.
Sure.
Anyway.
No more lies, no more death. Bring back King, bring back X. Please, dear God, let their souls rest. Protect who's left and watch their steps. Dear God.
Bring back who?
King, bring back X. That'd be Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X.
I'm just having trouble understanding him.
Their souls rest. Protect who's left and watch their steps. Dear God. I don't want to have to ask you again. I just hope that you know that I'm still a believer, so I'll end this all by saying amen. Stacks.
That beautiful beautiful vocalization there at the end. That was a beautiful video, Dax.
And the song was perfect for it.
Yeah.
You did a wonderful job with all this. It's very thought-provoking. It's very emotionally charged.
Thank you guys for recommending this. We do generally try to steer away from religious conversations with masses of people because an individual can try to get where you're coming from and try to understand your point of view, and you can try to understand the point of view of the other person. But when you're talking in generalizations to a large amount of people, it's harder to make yourself clear, and it's harder to come to an understanding.
Yeah, it's harder to not really offend or get somebody mad.
Right.
Generally speaking, I was always raised to not talk about politics or religion. Mm-hmm. In a large social setting, because you're going to start an argument in those situations.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where those are conversations that need to be had, but they need to be had on an individual basis, where the objective isn't to convince the other, but to understand each other.
It's one of the things I really dig about this particular song was the fact that it wasn't so much
It wasn't preachy.
It wasn't preachy. What he was doing was he was pointing out the causes of doubt on his own personal experience. Right. And it is beautifully done, and we knew this was going to be a heavy one. We were afraid of that, but we're glad we watched it.
I will definitely be listening to this a lot more. Thank you very much for the suggestion.
Thank you, Dax, for the song.
Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Ring our little bell.
Leave a comment down below for us.
Yeah, if you want to have a discussion, we would be more than happy to do that. Be blessed, y'all.
Peace.